Ever wondered what it takes to build the incredible digital worlds you get lost in for hours? From the sprawling landscapes of an open-world RPG to the fast-paced action of a first-person shooter, it all starts with a single line of code. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating intersection of video games and programming, and exploring why game development might just be the most exciting and rewarding career in tech. So, what exactly is game development? At its core, it's the art and science of creating a video game. This involves a whole team of talented individuals, designers who dream up the concepts, artists who create the stunning visuals, and of course, programmers who bring it all to life. Programmers are the architects of the digital world. They write the code that governs everything from how your character moves, to how enemies react, to the very physics of the game world. Without them, a game is just a collection of static images and ideas. Let's talk about the languages they use. You might have heard of C++. It's the powerhouse behind many of the biggest AAA titles. Why? Because it's incredibly fast and gives developers a huge amount of control over hardware, which is crucial for squeezing every last drop of performance out of a console or PC. Think of games with breathtaking graphics and complex physics simulations. C++ is often working its magic behind the scenes. Then there's C#, which is the primary language used with the Unity engine. Unity is a game engine, which is basically a software framework with a ton of pre-built tools that make game development much, much easier. It's super popular with indie developers and even some large studios because of its flexibility and relatively gentle learning curve. If you've played games like Hollow Knight or Among Us, you've seen what C# and Unity can do. Of course, there are other languages too. Python, known for its simplicity, is often used for scripting and creating development tools. JavaScript, the language of the web, is perfect for browser-based games. The choice of language really depends on the project, the platform, and the game engine being used. So, you're thinking, this sounds cool, but is it a real career? Absolutely. And it's a booming one. The video game industry is massive, bigger than the movie and music industries combined, and it's still growing. This means there's a constant demand for skilled programmers. But it's not just about the money, though the salaries can be very competitive. Game development is an incredibly creative field. You're not just writing code, you're solving complex problems and building interactive experiences that can evoke emotion, tell stories, and connect people from all over the world. You get to see your work come to life in a tangible, playable way, which is a feeling that's hard to beat. Let's break down what a game programmer actually does. It's not just one job. There are many. For instance, you have gameplay programmers. They're the ones who code the core mechanics of the game. How does the character jump? What happens when you fire a weapon? How does the scoring system work? They translate the game designer's vision into functional, fun-to-play rules. Then there are graphics programmers. These are the wizards who make games look so stunning. They work on rendering techniques, lighting, shadows, and shaders to create photorealistic or stylized visuals. They're constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible with computer graphics. You also have AI programmers who breathe life into non-player characters, or NPCs. They design the artificial intelligence that makes enemies smart and challenging, and allies helpful and believable. Have you ever been outsmarted by an enemy in a game? You can thank an AI programmer for that. There are also engine programmers who work on the core technology, the game engine itself. They build and maintain the foundational tools that the rest of the team uses. And let's not forget about UI programmers who create the menus and heads-up displays. And network programmers who make online multiplayer games possible. As you can see, it's a diverse field with a role for almost any kind of programmer. So, how do you get started on this path? The first step is to learn how to code. You don't need a computer science degree, though it can certainly help. There are countless online resources, tutorials, and courses available. Pick a beginner-friendly language like C# with Unity or even Python and just start building things. Don't try to create the next Grand Theft Auto on your first attempt. Start small, really small. Make a simple game like Pong or a text-based adventure. The goal is to learn the fundamentals of programming and the logic of game design. As you build these small projects, you're not just learning to code, you're building a portfolio. In the game industry, your portfolio is everything. It's a collection of your work that demonstrates your skills and your passion. A playable demo of a small but polished game is far more valuable to a potential employer than a certificate. It shows you can not only start a project, but you can finish it. Participating in game jams is another fantastic way to gain experience. These are events where developers get together, either online or in person, and try to create a game from scratch in a very short amount of time, usually just a weekend. It's a high-pressure environment, but it's an incredible learning experience. You'll learn to work in a team, manage your time, and focus on creating a core, playable experience. Plus, you'll walk away with a new game for your portfolio. As you get more comfortable, you can start contributing to open-source game projects or creating mods for games you already love. This is a great way to learn from existing code bases and collaborate with other developers. It shows initiative and a genuine passion for the craft. It's important to remember that game development is a collaborative art form. It's not just about being a coding genius. You need strong communication and teamwork skills. You'll be working closely with artists, designers, and producers, and you need to be able to understand their ideas and translate them into code. You also need to be a problem solver. Development is rarely a straight line. You'll encounter bugs, performance issues, and design challenges that will require creative thinking and persistence to overcome. The journey to becoming a game programmer is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes dedication, a love for learning, and a passion for games. But the reward is the chance to be part of creating the next generation of interactive entertainment. You get to build worlds, tell stories, and create experiences that will be enjoyed by millions of people. You're not just writing code, you're crafting joy, excitement, and wonder. So, if you've ever looked at a game and thought, I wish I could make something like that, the answer is you can. The tools are more accessible than ever. The community is incredibly supportive, and the demand for talent is high. Start with that first line of code. Build that simple game, and who knows, one day it might be your name in the credits of the next blockbuster title. Thanks for watching. If you found this video inspiring or helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. Let us know in the comments what kind of game you'd love to create. See you next time.